Back here at Tower Circle here, we're going to start with the basics. Doorbell is working. Door is a nice black. It is, this has been like this since, I'm guessing, the beginning. On a door like this, you'd screw it. You'd have a, they forgot to like screw that in. So that's a miscellaneous item that we could do at a certain point. You know, you can see this is getting loose and, you know, fix it before it breaks type deal. Okay, it has our rental locks on there. We've changed our cores, so that's great. You can come on side. This is a big foyer here. A magic eraser would do wonders on these risers. Okay, it takes a while to paint these. A magic eraser on these risers would be good. We have a RENTWELL first, everybody. In that light, we're going to show you there's a pair of socks. You can't make this stuff up, you just need to have fun with it. All right, so what we do is we're going to keep turning right. If you keep turning right, you'll ultimately get through the whole house. So we're missing one bulb. So we have the front door. These things are really good for just miscellaneous. Lump them all together. Your vendors can watch this video and you list these items and you give it to the client and you say, you know, you're going to be billed at materials plus X% and our labor rate for these items is on average, you know, Y. And then you do the math for them. You ask for that money to be funded ahead of time through their portal, and you're in good shape there. Then you can determine when you have those items what was a resident responsibility and whatnot. So we're going to keep turning right, okay? For the sake of this training, I'm not going to open and close every window, but I will go back in there and doing that. When we, to test a window, we literally will just open and close and make sure it stays open, okay? Cleaning, you need to determine with your vendors if the cleaning, so we do a square footage price of around 30 cents a square foot to clean. So a 2,000 square foot home is going to be around $600 to clean the entire home. And when we mean clean, you know, we call it the kaboom cleaning, where we pull out the stove and we clean underneath. We pull out the refrigerator, we clean underneath. You have to determine whether or not that includes windows or not. There's probably 30 windows on this house. Some cleaners, on average, they charge around $8 to $12 per window to clean. So if it was $12 and there's 30 windows, right, you can do the math. You're, you know, ballpark of another $450 to do the cleaning, which would push the price up to around $1,000 to clean a property of this size. They're not incredibly dirty, and they do turn in, so that's good. Where I'm here to do right now is to make sure that they all lock, make sure that they all have screens, okay? And then go from there. I'm looking to see if there's any water damage. Now I came into the front of the house and I am just turning, I'm turning right. Okay? This wall, I'm not sure what they had on it. Doesn't really matter at this point. But that's one of the cases where you could pull out those screws and then spackle it and then repaint it. Sometimes you'll rent these as is, with just pulling out the screws and spackling it, because chances are whoever moves in here is going to put something on that wall. They're going to put some artwork on that wall, and we would go from there. So I'll have a bulb in the chandelier. I'll put a question mark next to the wall in the dining room. Here's where my list looks. So I have a very simple matrix, right? For living room, wall paint. I put a 1 there. It means a yes. So that would be painting the top part of this. And we have a flat rate price that we would pay a vendor to paint that, and what we charge our client. We would not need trim. There are no doors here. We do not need to paint the ceiling. We do not need any blinds, and the flooring is just fine, and there's no miscellaneous. So for here, it would be if we're painting these walls. So I'm going to keep turning right, keep turning right. I'm in the kitchen now, very similar with just the nail holes left behind. Okay. I'm going to keep turning right. We're into our first closet. This is the flow that we follow. That just needs a good cleaning. The shelves are all in good order. I'm going to keep walking. It brings me out to the garage. There's a washer and dryer here that were left behind. Okay. It would just be sweeping out the garage. My recommendation is always to remove all personal property except for any paint that might still be good that will be used in the house. If you want to leave behind a couple cleaning products, that's fine. But otherwise, just get everything out. If you want to leave behind a plunger, we have a list for you of the common things that we would leave behind in a home. Okay, so what I'm going to test right now, this really should have a railing on it. And I'm going to make a note that I'm going to be looking for the garage door opener. Before I leave, is there a garage door opener? Okay. All right. That's right. Well, I have a tape measure here. There we go. See what this is. Usually the code in your area is going to be like anywhere from 30 to 36 inches or more. So right now the top of that is right there at like 33. So it wouldn't take much to put a 2x4 and put a railing on this. More preventative and for safety. Now for something like that, what you might want to even say is, give it a freebie. There's enough items on the other side, maybe include that for free. Okay? Here we are. Here's the garage. Okay, so I would say move the dolly, remove the dog bowls. All this is like personal property. In some markets, you can have a thrift shop go to the property and take everything out for free. Now they won't take trash and things like that, but they'll clear out a lot. It's a little tip to save your clients some money and also save. Okay. This threshold is old. Pretty easy to pop in a new one most times. And then you might want to recaulk along here. So that's an item that would improve the property. It might prevent the tile from cracking in the future. So we have a laundry room here. Chances are the residents had their own. You can see again just more of these random cleaning supplies and things like that. Okay, so this would get a good cleaning. I don't feel that this would need to be painted. We're walking in here, the floor would get a good cleaning. We're going to test the stove out, and this is how we do a kitchen. We open up everything. It is so much less expensive to fix the things now than it is after the resident moves in, and you get a higher score. Okay, get the idea, right? Safety latches. Okay. We have a policy at RENTWELL. Let's say we found something that looks valuable or something that looks like they left it behind by accident, where we open something up. We'd like to get it back to that resident. That's just something we do here. We feel it builds good karma. We're not always going to have that ability to do it, but sure, it's nice when that happens. Here's our stove. Okay, I'm going to test these out. One on. Now before it's not working. Let's just, call the appliance guy. I can tell right now that this plate, that just wasn't sitting correctly. And there we go. Stove works. That appears to be turned on. The light's working there. These should be replaced, and I would take the measurements for what they are. Stoves work. This is start. Right. Okay. These are 13 by 6. 2 of them. 13 by 6. The light bulb works. Stove appears to be working and preheating. The water is off. Otherwise, I would be running this. And I would be seeing how well it drains. Earlier when I did a walkthrough, we pulled out a little piece of plastic from the garbage disposal. This just needs a real good cleaning, and then real good cleaning on here. Okay? I'm going to shut this off. Okay? Close these back up. One light bulb here. Alright? Easy fix. So I'm taking notes, and then what I like to do is I go back and I watch my video when I have my notes, and if I've used the inspection app, then I can use that as well. We're going to want to check the refrigerator freezer. Now, if the power turns off on this, and this will create mildew if it's left closed. So there's a couple trains of thought here. One is, I think we're going to keep the power on, and we should rent this fast. So I'm going to keep this running right now. I'll turn the temperature down. I'm going to attempt to turn the temperature down on the stove. It's not a stove, it's a refrigerator. All right, keep rolling here. I'm going to keep turning right, which would bring me into this room. We have available for you a very, very thorough checklist for those that like checklists, or those that are going to send a vendor out and then have them do the walkthrough. This is a great checklist that we've put together for you. Okay. Let's see if these close. See how that works. Usually there's a system here that just lock into place. Yep. So that's how that goes. Does not appear to be working. So I'm going to make a note on that and just see what that is. Somebody could play around with this door and get that to work. That would be nice. We're out here in a sunroom. This home does have a bulb over the stove vents. Okay. Let's see where the loft is. Not uncommon for these sliding doors. There's wheels on them, and my guess is that nobody was ever even really out here. I would add this to the list. Have these leisure moves, and I'm a little afraid to open this up. I'm going to do it. Yeah, not too bad. Some mildew growing on the top, some mildew in here. For me, I don't know. If it doesn't work,